Hey Evan, what was the hardest workout during this training block for the marathon?
Probably the hardest is the 20-mile with 14 miles at marathon pace.
Oh yeah, that was a brutal one. That was hard. That was really tough, huh?
Yeah. It's hard to hit the paces.
Yep. You had just come off a long stint of training solo by yourself without me, huh? So that was really good. Really well done to try to get that continuous run in. I know it's hard to run continuous miles and maintain focus and keep hitting splits for a couple hours. That's pretty tough. Well done. You're gonna be able to use that skill and that strength that you gained from that experience in the race on Sunday. So Evan, what was the most fun that you had during this marathon training block?
I think it's the 800 because it was super fun and it was my first track race.
Oh yeah, that was a really memorable experience, huh? And we got to do a couple of speed workouts and just like some mini speed workouts to get ready for it too. And that was a new experience, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we got to work out with Coach Alex, and that was a lot of fun too, huh? Yeah, I think when you're in the race and things get a little tough at the marathon, you can think back to that really good experience, and even if it's just for a few seconds, you'll think about something positive, and it can help take your mind off of whatever problem that you're having, or if you're having a hard time, it can help you through that time, okay? Can you remember your fun experience?
Yes.
Awesome. Hey Evan, what do you think is going to be the hardest part of the race on Sunday when we're at the Mountains to Beach Marathon?
I think the hardest part is gonna be near the 12th and the 15th mile because there's so many other miles to go.
Yeah, there's like a long way to go still at that point, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what we're going to definitely have to be aware of that and get our mind ready for it before it happens, and make sure that when we get to that point, we start setting mini goals, start setting our own milestones, and then using the mile markers and then segmenting it so that we make it to the next goal. So if we're having trouble at around mile 15, just tell ourselves to get to mile 18. If we can just get to mile 18, then we can start breaking it up into twos, and you know, if we go from mile 18 and 2 more miles, it's only a 10K remaining, and that's such a super short distance, isn't it, Evan?
Yes.
Yeah, and then we can break those up into 2-mile segments too, and you know, if we go 2 miles, then we only have 4 miles left. That's shorter than any recovery run that we've done, right? Yeah, totally. So then you can start thinking about positive things. You'll be making positive sentences, positive statements by saying, oh, you know, that's less than any recovery run that I've done, 4 miles, I can do that. And you say just 2 more miles. And then after you've done 2 more miles and you have 2 miles remaining, then it's like a sprint race, isn't it? Like there's no way that you can't run fast for 2 miles. So, you know, and it's another positive statement that you can make to yourself, isn't it? Let's think of it like that way and break it down. And then when it's really, really hard, we'll be able to think positive statements and get through it, okay? Okay, awesome.
Hey Daddy, what's the hardest part in M2B marathon?
Well, there are a couple of hard parts in the Mountains to Beach Marathon. One is the first 10K. The first 6 miles is an out and back around a neighborhood. So you leave from the start line and you go away from the finish, and then you do a loop around a neighborhood. And the beginning, the first 3 miles of that is a slight incline. And the problem with that is because it's the beginning of the race, everybody gets a little amped up and you don't notice that how fast you're running, and you think that running marathon pace there is going to be okay, but you know, if you check your heart rate, it's probably spiking pretty high. And so you burn a match really early. And it's not going to affect anything or how you race in the middle of the race, but it'll definitely affect how you race at the end. I think also another hard part of the course is around mile 19, and you come out of this very nice, gentle downhill that actually has some pretty good cover. It's this pathway that winds down under a bunch of trees and over little brooks and creeks and things like that. And that's a really nice part of the course in the middle. But once you get to mile 19, you come out of that and you're exposed. And by that time, it's around 8 o'clock and the sun is pretty high at that point. We're in the middle of summer here in California and the sun gets really, really high. And then we lose all the cover that we had before and it's just really hot. And once you start sweating and you have that one extra negative pressure, sometimes it can mentally break you. So you gotta be prepared for that. You have to make sure that you hydrate really, really well up until that point and not after that point. And then use the water stations as showers too to help cool you off. And make sure you do all the heat management as well as prepare yourself mentally and then create positive mental mantras that you can repeat to yourself during that time and prepare it in advance so that you don't have to come up with a solution on the spot. Okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Hi everybody. I want to wish everybody who's racing at the Ventura Marathon a good luck. And I'm going to try really hard to get 305 in my marathon. See you there.
And I'm gonna do my best to be the best pacer for Evan if possible. Hopefully I can keep up. All right guys, see you in the next one. Bye. Perfect. Awesome.